Progress Test 2. 1.
Starting at a new school was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. I hated the idea of being the new kid with no friends, having to talk to people I didn't know, feeling on edge. Fortunately for me, though, my first day was right at the start of the school year, so my parents arranged for me to visit the school a week before. A teacher showed me round, and I got to find out where the classrooms were. So in the end, I was pretty relaxed about everything, and walked into school with a smile on my face, although, of course, I still got a bit lost. My advice? Visit the place before your first day. Try going in after school or at the weekend when there's nobody around.
2.
No one wants to lose face on their first day, but that's what happened to me. There I was, as nervous as anything, looking around for somewhere to sit in the dining hall, and the only place was in the middle of a crowd of people. Just as I was about to sit down, some kid put his bag on the chair and laughed. It was horrible. I'd advise any new kid to bring their lunch on the first day of school. Then they can avoid the queue and choose a seat at an empty table. It's better to let people sit with you instead of being in the vulnerable position of asking them. I soon made friends, but I've never forgotten how I felt that first lunchtime at school.
3.
First impressions count, and there's no better way of making yourself a target for bullies than looking miserable or anxious or indecisive. If, like me, on my first day you really have no idea which class you're supposed to be in, try not to look down in the dumps. That's always been one of my strengths, and something I managed to pull off all those years ago on my first day.
4.
Being critical of your new school or of the teachers is a bad idea on your first day. That's where I went wrong. I started halfway through the year and made the mistake of thinking that everybody would think I was the coolest kid in school if I criticised everything. Remember that kids are often more attached to their school than you think and don't want someone new telling them everything's rubbish. They all thought I was really bitter, and it took me ages to get to know anyone.